There have been some amazing new indie games released this year, from fast-paced rhythm games to heart-wrenching story-based games. So without wasting your time, and in no particular order, here are the best indie games of 2021. The first game on our list is Dyson Sphere Program. It is a factory simulation game where you harness the power of stars to collect resources and design production lines to develop your interstellar factory. Your goal is, as the name suggests, to build a Dyson sphere. And with its brightly coloured world and well-designed automation systems, it is truly a pleasure to play. If you enjoyed Factorio or Satisfactory, this game is for you. In Loop Hero, a powerful lich has thrown the world into a timeless loop, spreading chaos across the land. You'll have to place land from a deck to change the environment and get more loot. Each run is procedurally generated with a different track to loop around each time. The charismatic art style and soundtrack, in addition to the diverse characters, will keep you coming back for run after run. Loop Hero is incredibly satisfying to play, so it's easy to sink hours upon end into it in a single play session. This charming city builder game has you placing tiles to create your own unique and peaceful world. It's reminiscent of the tabletop board game Carcassonne, with its main gameplay of placing tiles of the same type next to one another. It features a simple quest system that rewards you with additional tiles whenever you connect enough of the same tile, as well as a high score system to keep track of your progress or to submit to the leaderboards. As I'm sure you've noticed, its vibrant art style lends itself to the relaxing zen nature of the game. Dorfromantik is perfect for those who love city building and puzzle games. Yet another game with amazing art direction, Omno is a casual adventure and exploration game. You play as Omno on his journey through an ancient world of wonders. On your way, you'll have to solve puzzles and chain your abilities together to reach far off places. In each area, you have to explore and find at least 3 orbs to progress. However, across the whole adventure, you are never forced into exploring, and instead you can choose where you want to go and what you want to do. This level of freedom is, well, freeing, but it can also be a little confusing at times for what you're meant to do. Despite this, Jonas Manke, the solo dev for Omno, has managed to pack so much into this game. It is undoubtedly a wonderful experience for anyone, from its stylish visuals to its consistently rewarding collectibles and sense of progression. It makes for an enjoyable and memorable playthrough. Speaking of ambitious games with small teams, Valheim completely blew up the internet in February. This video wouldn't be complete without talking about one of the most popular indie games from this year. It has surpassed an astonishing 8 million downloads at the time of recording this. For those of you who don't know what Valheim is, it's a survival crafting game with up to 10 players in a co-op world. Valheim finds a balance between Minecraft's depth of crafting and Dark Souls difficulty, while adding its own touch of Vikings. Valheim is popular for a reason. It has managed to feel like a complete series of near-perfect design choices that makes the game so enjoyable to play. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Skul the Hero Slayer is a roguelike platformer that combines fast-paced movement and combat with the ability to swap your skull, giving you different powers. In this world, those terrible humans have invaded the underworld, capturing the population and imprisoning the Demon King. It's all up to you, a lone, non-captured demon against humanity's army. The game features fast roguelike combat full of variety that will keep you coming back for more. You can play with a werewolf skull, or an ent skull, or a skeleton sword, gravedigger, stone monkey, alchemist, clown, genie, gargoyle, ghoul, gambler, the list goes on. It has a well-designed item system that limits you to 9 items at any one time. This forces you to start swapping out items to find the best combo. Skul Hero Slayer is a new take on a pre-existing genre that offers so much replayability with its head swapping. Well worth playing. Next up is a story-based game before your eyes. It's a heartbreaking tale of the memories of a life well lived. I won't spoil the ending, but this has to be one of the saddest games I've played in a while. It features a unique mechanic where every time you blink, time goes forwards. This immerses you into the game world and makes you appreciate the moment you're in, because as soon as you blink, you'll be ripped away no matter how much you want to stay in it. You get to interact with the world in small ways, which changes the events, and this creates some level of replayability. But the first time you play it, it is truly a moving experience that can't be matched. Everhood is a trippy rhythm game with an amazing soundtrack. You play as the wooden puppet Red and must adventure through the forest meeting memorable characters to get your stolen arm back. With its unique 5-column grid battle system, it takes a while for you to fully master it, although the game does offer different difficulty settings so you can fine-tune your experience to your liking. Everhood is a fantastic game that pushes the boundaries of expectations in storytelling and rhythm games. It makes you question who you are and why you're there, but it also leaves you thinking about the game long after you finish playing it. Developed by Shedworks, a small team in London, Sable is all of the most relaxing parts of Breath of the Wild's combined with Dune. Its Mobius-inspired art and striking, ruined sci-fi technology scattered across the landscape gives you plenty to explore. After you leave your hometown at the start of the game, you'll encounter people to send you on quests to far parts of the map. Your main form of transport in the game is a hoverbike, and while at times it, as well as the camera, can be a bit glitchy, as long as you aren't actively looking for these glitches, you'll be fine. Part of the beauty of Sable is you can return home at any time after earning only 1 mask and complete the game. However, there's a whole world full of quests and masks for you to find, so you won't be lost as for what to do. If you're looking for a relaxing exploration game, this is it. I picked up Eastward when it was released earlier this month, and I haven't been able to put it down since. It manages to put its own unique spin on Earthbound and the older Zelda games which it was inspired by. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world where a plague has spread over the land, causing people to seek shelter underground, and it's here our protagonists set out to explore the natural world above ground. You can play as either John or Sam, being able to switch between them to solve puzzles, fight strange creatures, and explore the extremely detailed, handcrafted world Eastward has to offer. The atmospheric pixel art and score only adds to the charm of the game. I can't recommend this game enough. Death's Door is another Zelda-like exploration and dungeon crawling game. The premise is simple but intriguing. You have to get to work harvesting souls for the Reaping Commission, but when one of the souls is stolen from you, you'll have to adventure to Death's Door to retrieve it. With its simple but quick combat system, it gives you enough to defeat bosses and waves of enemies, whilst also making it challenging. There are many hidden secrets for you to find throughout the game, and the sheer number of hidden passageways in all of the levels make up for the somewhat simple rewards you get from them. The Death's Door is dripping with style and instantly steals the player's attention with lovable characters and easy to learn combat. The story is well crafted and the overall game is a pleasure to play. On the topic of dark games, Genesis Noir is a point-and-click adventure developed by Feral Cat Den. You play as a detective looking for clues to try and solve a murder. The story is really interesting and has amazing visuals and cutscenes to go along with it, all the while rocking a stellar jazz soundtrack. The gameplay is not for everyone, however, as it is quite simplistic. The game feels more like an indie short film or a graphic novel than a typical video game. If you do want a thought-provoking game and aren't too worried about the lack of gameplay, then Genesis Noir is well worth a look. Hopefully you found something here that you like the look of, so leave a like if you found this useful. See you next time.